Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Stop. Testing. You gotta hear me. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, today, guys, hi, hello for the ones who's here. Give me 1 minute. You guys are gonna hear TV in the back. You're gonna hear Skylar in the back. I mean, it's too hot in my kitchen right now, so I have to come in the living room to do this. We don't have central air, so the air we have is from our living room. So if you hear her in the back, I apologize. Give me 1 second. So today we're gonna go over part 3 of of Corey Johnson. We are going into, if you guys don't know the Corey Johnson case, it happened back in March 12, 2018. They charged him life in prison with 2 counts of attempt murders. Stuff like that. We went over part 1. We went over the mother we went over. Okay, so Corey Johnson is in life in prison for killing a 13-year-old in 2018 sleepover in the Palm Beach Gardens. So that is in West Palm Beach. The 13-year-old was Giovanni Sierra. It's a boy because he got killed in a group because the group that Corey was in, the ISIS, was a militant Islamic group that influenced his thinking before the murder. What we know now is that he's got 2 accounts of attempt murder for attacking the 13-year-old Dan Bancroft and his mother, Elaine Simon. And that's where we were listening last week. We were listening to Dane and Kyle Bancroft's mother last couple days ago in part 2. So if you guys want to know what's the case about, there's part 1 and part 2. This is going to be a quick video today because 1, I don't really feel well, and for 2, there is a lot going on in our trauma community right now. So, and I'm late. I was supposed to do this at noon, but I've been in bed. Just not feeling well today. We listened to Kyle Bancroft's mother's interview last week, and now we're getting into Kyle Bancroft, the best friend that invite Corey over the sleepover. And that's where Giovanni and Dean was friends since middle school. Like, they were friends in middle school. The Bancrofts knew Corey Johnson and the family since daycare days. That's mostly what we know now. And this is the interview from the best friend of Corey. He's going to speak how they met, where they met at, what happened that day, what started it. Because the way Kyle's mother was describing that the FBI was watching Corey over a year with the whole ISIS and all that. And he used to tell Kyle that, or she told the mother of Corey, like, listen, I want your son not to be around my son because of all the computer usage, things like that. So if you want to catch up, if you want to know it, the name is Corey Johnson. It's back in 2018. Giovanni, it was his birthday. He died on his birthday, March 12th. Sad boy. He turned 13 years old. So we are going to dive in. We're going to discuss. We're going to get into it. You guys can come in. You can chat it up in the chat room, side chat if you want. This is just a little bit what the best friend seen and why this happened. All right. If you can't hear, please put your headphones in. Please. This is trigger warning. I'm going to put it up. Please, if you cannot hear, I would love for you guys to please put in earphones if you can't hear. Thank you. All right. And here we go.
My friend's going to try to get you a shirt for you. Okay. So, like I said, my name is Detective Adorno with the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department. How you doing? Everything okay? Okay. I understand. There's a lot going on, and that's what we're going to talk about right now, okay? So what is 34 cents? Okay. And you had some friends over? Okay. Who? And that's it? They're just them two and you?
And my brother and my mom.
Okay, and what's your D? All right, so they were staying over just for the night? One night? 2 nights? How many?
1 night.
Okay, since last night?
Just my brother's friend.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
We just celebrated it yesterday.
Nice. Okay. All right, so you guys were, the reason why you guys were sleeping over or doing, okay. So you guys were sleeping over, they were doing a sleepover at your house, and did you guys go out last night? You guys go somewhere? Yeah. Where did you guys go?
I don't know. I always forget the place, but it's near downtown at the Garden. There's one of those restaurants.
Okay. It's okay. All right. So it was downtown at the Gardens. Your mom was there with you guys?
Yeah. His parents and stuff mainly.
Okay.
But my mom picked us up.
Gotcha. All right. So that was last night. Okay, and then so after you guys left the restaurant, your mom picked you up, and then what happened?
We drove to my house.
Okay. Okay. So your mom picked you up and took you to picked all of you up and took you home. Okay. And then what happened after that?
We just hung out and just talking, listening to music mainly, singing.
Okay. So Corey is your friend, like, okay, and you guys go to school together, or something like that, or
we've known each other since pre-K, or since 9 years. That's been a long time.
Okay, so like kindergarten or something like that, pre-K. Okay. All right, so you always been friends, and where does he live?
135 Cape Point Circle.
Corey lives at 135 K Point?
Or that's his parents at least.
Mm-hmm. And that's in where?
Juno,
Jupiter, something like that? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jupiter.
All right. So can you describe, okay, so you guys were hanging out, listening to music and all that stuff, and you guys went to sleep, your mom went to sleep, and what happened after at
My
night?
mom went to sleep, and then, like...
What time was that, you think?
I'm not too sure. Probably earlier before I went to sleep, probably 11.
Okay. So at 11, mom went to sleep. Okay.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Okay. But it was before midnight.
Probably. I'm not positive.
Okay, but before all of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened after that? She went to sleep, and then what happened?
Then I went to sleep around 1 in the morning.
Okay. All right. And then what happened? So you went to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. What were you guys doing after your mom went to bed, and before you went to sleep? You guys were playing games or something like that, or what?
We're just chilling. We weren't doing too much.
Okay.
I got tired.
Okay. But what do you guys usually do or talk about when you guys are together?
Um, I'm not too sure. It was. I'm not sure what
Okay. All right. So you guys went all to sleep. You went to sleep at 1 o'clock, and everybody else went to sleep at the same time, or
Yeah.
or okay.
No. Everyone didn't go to sleep at 1. I think
Okay.
they stayed up, but I don't.
Okay. All right. And what were they doing when they stayed up?
I don't know.
Okay. So when you went to sleep, what were they doing before you went to sleep? What was happening?
Um, they were chilling like in the loft and talking, I think, and then I was like, guys, and my brother was in my room and was like, can you guys leave? I'm kind of tired, so.
Okay. All right. All right. So they were in your room. You went to sleep, and they all left your room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then what happened after that? You went to sleep, and
And then I woke up and I saw like,
what time did you wake up?
I think it was 6 in the morning or
Okay.
somewhere around 6. I'm not sure, but I think so.
And then what happened? What were you? Once you woke up, what happened?
I went to the loft and I saw my brother on the floor and I saw a bunch of blood marks or stain marks of blood around it, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I look over and I see like a bunch of police officers, and they tell me to put my hands in the air, then they put me on the ground and cuffed me and put me in a cop car, but I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused.
Okay, so you didn't hear anything or saw anything prior to that. You woke up, went to the loft, and there was somebody on the floor with blood. Your
My
brother.
brother.
Okay. And was he moving around? Was he okay? Where were the other kids?
I didn't know where anyone else was. I just saw my brother, and then that's it. I woke up because they were screaming like, "Come out, Corey," or something like
Mm-hmm. Okay. And where was Corey at that time?
that. I don't know. I didn't see him.
Okay. So where did the other kids sleep at?
Or he slept at because I fell asleep
Okay, but he has his own room.
in either mine or Payne's brother.
Okay. Was everybody supposed to sleep for the night? Like when you say, "Hey, you guys want to sleep over?" Or has this ever happened before where they sleep before in your house?
Yeah. We have a.
So right now he is focusing on asking him a bunch of questions. And as of right now, Kyle said he was hanging out, listening to music. Mom went to sleep around 11 p.m. guessing. Well, we know that his mom went to bed around 1 a.m. He knows that the mom went to bed before all of them. Hey, you dirty hooker. He went to sleep around 1 a.m., chilling, not much, got tired. The rest of them stayed up, and Kyle went to sleep. And, Kyle asked his brother and them, because his brother was hanging out in the room with his friends, and said, Kyle was like, can you guys leave? I'm trying to go to sleep. Kyle woke up around 6 a.m., he's guessing, saw his brother on the floor with blood marks and blood everywhere, and seen the police officers. He didn't hear anything. That's the weird part. You remember the mother said he was quiet. It was like weird. He was very, very, very quiet when he was doing the killing. He wanted to kill. Corey wanted to kill, so he did everything quietly. And the police officer was like, so you didn't hear anything? He's like, he heard someone yelling, Corey, get out of the room. And he woke up and seen police officer and his brother laying on the floor. So right now the officer's asking, has this ever happened? Asking questions about other sleepovers. Other sleepovers, things like that. So that's where.
A blow up match. So like there or something. I'm not
Okay.
too sure. We would have figured it
Wait.
out. I slept in my bed.
Did you guys hear what I said? Did I was mute the whole time? Let me see. I hope I wasn't muted. Hold on. Let me check. Teresa, you dirty hooker, are you here? Did you hear what I said? I hope. Around 1 a.m. Okay, yeah. Never mind. You heard someone yelling, Corey, get... Okay. That's why I gotta keep that on. Like, I was like, dude, was I speaking? Okay. All right, guys, we'll get back to it. Right now, they're just asking, like, has this ever happened? This and that. Okay. Thank you, Trace. All right, going back to it.
Okay. So you slept in your bed, and then where was Corey supposed to sleep? In your bed too? Like,
Well,
with
we
you?
didn't have like like assigned yet. Like we didn't have anything assigned.
Okay. So do you know anybody?
No, I haven't seen him since I woke up. I was gonna ask like,
But what last thing you saw was he was on the floor and there was blood marks all over the place.
my brother in the house.
I'm sorry, your brother? He was on the floor with blood all over in the loft. Okay. And what was he doing?
I don't know. He kind of. I didn't know what he's doing. Just on the floor, like, I was like, what the heck? At first, I thought at first I thought I was being pranked. Like at first I thought it was like in my mind like, trying to like prank me by screaming something downstairs, and I have a faint like blood or something because like I that's what I thought in my mind, but then I realized it was like
He screamed something, and then you go to blood.
Yeah.
Okay. And where was
not
Corey?
downstairs in the loft,
In the
which
loft.
is upstairs.
Okay. And Corey was where?
And around, I didn't see him.
Okay.
Didn't know where he was either.
Mm-hmm. So when you saw a bunch of blood, what was he doing? Was he just laying there? Was he like
Yeah, he was just laying there,
face up, face down,
face
on
down,
his knees,
face down,
not moving?
not on his knees, but like as if he looked like he was sleeping or something.
Okay. And blood all over the floor and all over him,
Yeah, yeah,
his neck.
I think so.
Okay.
Not much. I only got a quick glance. I didn't see her either. Like they instantly just told me to come downstairs and handcuff me and got me out of the house.
Okay. Hey, with nobody else.
Right when I woke up, I got out of my room
Mm-hmm.
because I heard screaming,
Mm-hmm.
or not screaming, but yelling,
Mm-hmm.
and
What kind of yelling?
yelling from the police officers.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
from a PA system or something like that?
No, from like they were in our house.
Okay. All right.
And there was like 10 of them or something.
Mm-hmm. So prior to that what you didn't hear anything. Prior to the police started screaming, you didn't hear anybody else. You said that you heard.
I thought no when I woke up, because it like we were talking about like our they were talking about like pulling like a prank on me, like a fake blood prank or something. And I was like,
Okay. And so, how you said you've known Corey for 9 years.
or something like that.
Okay. And what do you think about him? Is he a good guy? What is he a little weird? What do you?
He's always been, not always, but he's been off at times.
What kind of off? When you say off, what does that mean?
Like his belief system is not like that.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that? Can you tell me what does that mean when you say belief system? What is that? What do you refer to?
Like Arabic belief systems and Nazi belief systems, or that he used to believe in that.
Nazi? Nazi?
He used to
Uh-huh.
believe that.
He used to believe in that. Now he believes in Arabic stuff.
Yeah.
Like what type of Arabic stuff?
I don't know.
Okay. Like ISIS?
I guess I.
Yeah. Does he ever try to get you to believe the same thing?
Yeah, he has. I always tell him, "You do your thing, I do my thing. I'm not gonna do that."
Okay. And what do you know about the Arabic beliefs, like ISIS and stuff like that? Do you know what that is?
Huh?
Do you know what that is? You know what ISIS is?
Yeah,
his belief is.
Yeah,
What is it?
like just war and fighting, pretty much. Like.
Okay. Yeah. Right. But do you know why they fight? What's the war about, and why they fight?
Oh yeah, because like for Allah or whatever.
For who?
For like their God.
Okay. So when did he convert from Nazi stuff to ISIS stuff?
I think it was about like almost a year ago.
Okay.
Or like maybe a year and a half ago, I'm not sure.
And how did you know he switched over?
He told me.
He told you. What did he say?
I don't know. He just like started like playing some random like Islamic music. I was like, what the heck?
Okay. And you so you sat there and listened to it with him, like the lectures and all that too?
Yeah, but I don't think
so. You listen to it too?
I listen to it when he's playing.
Okay. Which is how often? Every day, basically?
About every day, not
okay. Every day. So when you guys sit there and listen to this, what is it all about? What do they tell you in these things?
It's just like war stuff, like.
Mm-hmm. Like what type of stuff? Like I don't know. What is you can talk about war in many different ways. What do they talk
just, about? I don't know, fighting, like just fighting.
They like telling you to go do things to infidels and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what is an infidel?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Does Corey know?
I don't know.
Okay. Right, so you sit there.
So right now, they're at the point that he's asking questions like, how did Corey like react to things? Did you sit and listen to, with him? And he said, yeah, when he played the music or watched the videos and stuff like that, I was there and I heard it. And the officer or the detective is like, did you watch it? Did he, he asked him, do you want to be like, come involved or whatever, or be a part? And he's like, no, dude, I'm cool, because that's his belief. But like Kyle's mother said that, he accepted Corey for who he was. He was his friend. So whatever he believed in, he didn't think of anything. Like he said, he was involved of the Nazi stuff, and then he turned into the ISIS Arabic. And he asked, "What is the ISIS stuff? What do you know?" And he said, "It's like they're listening to music, and it's about war stuff and fighting and killing and etc." Kyle thought they were pranking him because he heard that they were gonna do a prank with blood stuff. And that's what he thought when he woke up. He heard yelling and he got up and he seen his brother laying on the floor, like crouched up, or like laying on the floor, like crouched, like with his knees up to his chest, just laying there and not doing it. And there was blood everywhere, blood marks here and stab wounds here. And I mean, I can't imagine me waking up and seeing someone, Skylar laying on the floor and and her friends came over, and did this. Like, I wouldn't, I wouldn't know. And he said that when he woke up, he didn't see his mom, he didn't see anybody. He just seen his brother and police officers. And like he said, they were yelling for Corey to get out the room. So he was so confused, he didn't know what was going on. So right now, the detective is talking about the war stuff, the ISIS stuff. How was he? Like, what did he do? These are the things that, if you know somebody that's into things like this, yes, there's a belief stuff. They have their own God, they have their own, things like that. But it's very dangerous also. It's not like Christianity or ISIS and all that, it's really, really, really like dark and powerful and things like that. So as right now, they're just going over the whole how Corey and things like that. So
Sit there and listen to this with him. And what does he do? He's all into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Has he told you that he wants to do what they tell him to do in those videos?
It seems like it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what type of stuff do they tell you to do in those videos?
Just, like, kill them.
Kill? Yeah. Okay. And in what way? What are they? Like how?
Guns and knives.
Okay. All right. So the guns is pretty easy. You just shoot somebody and it's over, right? So the knives is a little more, personal, right?
Yeah.
And did they tell you specifically how to use the knife? Because there's different ways you can. So what do they say?
Stab right here.
Mm-hmm.
Stab here.
Mm-hmm.
And stab here.
Okay. And that's because of what? What does that do if you stab in those places?
I think it stops you from screaming here.
Nice.
From walking.
Right.
And then
the final blow. Okay. Yeah. And there's a lot of videos about that, right? I've seen several. Yeah. So. So when you woke up this morning, did you guys watch some of that last night? Right? You guys watched some of that? Corey was watching it.
Corey was watching it, but I told him like, dude, stop playing that, please. I asked him like a few times.
Okay. And the other ones were watching it too.
No, we weren't watching it. It was more like listening.
Okay. And then were the other guys like making fun of him or something like that? Like, what are you watching?
No, they didn't question.
No, they were sitting there watching it too.
No, no one was watching. He just played it like on his phone, and I just told him to turn that off. I don't want to listen.
Okay. And has he ever told you, "Hey, I'm going to try to do this one time. I'm going to try to do the gun one and the knife one and all that"?
No.
All right. Have you ever known him to be in trouble with the police before?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you know?
Well, actually, on my birthday, it wasn't.
His past birthday? Like this?
My birthday.
Yeah.
Like
a month ago.
Yeah, we didn't really we weren't doing anything bad, but we walked outside of the community around like 3 in the morning,
Mhm.
and then like we were gonna meet us over around like 3:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
and then like they all like questioned us.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's just a little suspicious at night,
Yeah.
things like that. Nothing big. But what about him? What specifically, has he ever been into serious trouble with the police before, or any other,
yeah,
police or border patrol or Coast Guard
Yeah.
or CIA, FBI, something like that?
the FBI came to my house and his house once.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, for me to ask me questions about Corey, and then
Okay.
him to, I don't know. They went to his house about a year and a half ago or two.
Okay. And then, but what was it about? What were they asking you?
Um, just like what Corey thought about like the Parkland shooting and uh, like stuff about his beliefs.
When did they come over? I'm sorry, the FBI came what time? When did they come over?
It was like
So this month, not too long ago.
Yeah.
That's
The
when they
first of
came
March.
to your house and to his house.
no, my house.
Okay.
They went to his house like a year ago.
Okay. So March 1st, they come to your house and they start asking you about him again.
No, not again, but yeah.
That's the first time they ever asked you about him?
Yeah.
Okay. So they were asking you about the Parkland shooting to see what he thought about it?
Oh.
And what did you tell him?
Well, me and him actually didn't talk about the Parkland shooting much, so I told him like we didn't talk about it.
Okay. So, but
In case he wants some water. It's been a while since he's had
there you go. My other friend's looking for a shirt for you. All right. So, all right. So they came over asking you about the Parkland shooting and all that, and you told them that you don't talk to him. You haven't talked to him about the shooting.
No, we didn't talk about
Okay. And then what did they ask you about?
Huh?
Then after that, what did they say?
it. They told me like that I should probably stay away from him.
And what did you say? What did you tell them?
Said he's my friend.
So, all right. They told you not to hang around with him. You said he's my friend, and that was the end of that. So, this Islamic stuff, the ISIS and all that stuff. What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't agree with it.
Mhm.
I don't.
Okay. And do you think it's scary? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's
No,
awesome?
I
Do
think
you
it's scary.
Okay. Does his parents know that? Do you know his parents? Corey's parents? Do they know that he does all this stuff? That he's into this
Yeah.
Islamic things? Are they into it too?
No,
Okay.
they've been trying to help.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. And what does she say about it?
She also said like I probably shouldn't hang around.
All right. So your mom do it, right?
No, I'm not.
But when we ask her, she's like, do this type of stuff because I saw him doing it, or
No.
listening to this, or it's not going to be on your computers or anything like that. No. Okay, on your phone, your computers, that stuff's not going to be in it. Okay. And it's very easy for the FBI and any police to see that, right? Okay. So, you have no idea what happened today. All you did was wake up, blood, and then the cops took you. So you have no idea why you're here.
I know why I'm here,
Why?
but like I know why I'm here.
Can you tell me why you're here? Just so that we make sure. I just want to make sure that you understand why we're here, and you're wearing that, and you're talking to a detective.
I don't want to say it. Make me feel.
All right, so let's assume that I know what you're talking about. Why does it make you feel
Don't want to.
bad? Right.
So right now, they're talking about like he's the detective's pretty much saying, Kyle, like, you've been Corey's friend for so long. You need, like, there's something that if you see right there, if you see the screen, okay, and you see Corey sitting there with a white thing, it's one of those psych things that's holding his hands across, so he won't do any movement or anything, because at that point when the officers came into the house, Corey was locked in a room and Kyle was coming out the door. So, and then they seen the little brother, Kyle's brother, on the floor with blood marks everywhere. So what do you think the cops would think? You know what I mean? So that's why he said they're getting you a shirt, because they're knowing that it has nothing to do with Kyle. But Kyle's been hanging with, straight jacket. You will see that Kyle's wearing a straight jacket, then you'll see Corey wearing a straight jacket. Because that's when we go into part 4, it's going to be Corey telling his story. And if you guys are tuning in, I have part 1 and part 2 already up for the Corey Johnson case. This is part 3. This is Kyle, Corey's best friend, speaking this time. So Kyle sat with him and listened to the music and war stuff and fighting and killing, etc. Okay, Corey asked Kyle, "Do you want to be partnership in this?" And he's like, "No, this is your belief, not mine." The videos that Corey will watch will be telling him to kill people and get in their heads, use guns and knives. They will tell you how to stab. Kyle was explaining where if you stab here, here, so they won't scream or won't walk off. That's why you will hear in Kyle Bancroft's mother, Alon, explain that he was a quiet killer. He was trying to kill. Corey was playing videos that night on last night at this video, they were saying, but that night on the sleepover, I don't know. You guys give me a minute. Sorry, guys. Kyle asked Corey to stop playing the videos because, his little brother was there and the kids were over there having a sleepover. Kyle asked him to shut it off because he was playing the videos. And then the detective asked, "Well, when did Corey ask you, to be part of like a shooting or to kill?" Kyle kind of explained it was on his birthday. It was like 3 a.m, blah, blah, blah. Birthday to be part of this and do what these videos tell him. He was explaining that there was a Parkman shooting over there and it was a group of them. FBI asked Kyle about Corey and told Kyle to stay away from them and Corey. Even Corey's parents knew about the Islamic stuff. but they just didn't care. Corey's parents were drug addicts. His dad was an alcoholic, his mom was a drug addict, so Corey's grandparents is the one who took care of Corey. Kyle's mom even said he didn't want to hang out with Corey, wanted to Kyle to stay away from Corey because of it. It's he was into the computer usage. Kyle's mom wanted him to have Kyle to have outside friends, have a social life. Not this. But because Kyle was such a good friend, he accepted Corey who he was. And you're going to hear that throughout this tape. And so that's what you see. Granny's listening said, I find this came so disturbing. Also, why did no one take his watching extremist stuff seriously, then even watch it with him? For fuck's sakes, the FBI had been asking about Corey. Exactly. And that's where I kind of just, in all reality, don't understand. When someone's into stuff like this that shows you how to stab, how to shoot, that's why there's so much in the world nowadays. There's school shootings and people just shooting things and stuff like that. And no one takes things seriously when our children are involved in stuff like this. When you see our children involved in stuff, this is when you have to shut it down. Because stuff like this happens. Does it seem a bit shady, or is he in shock? Honestly, right now, this granny's listening, we're going to get into, hey, Thomas. Hi, baby. I didn't see you in here. Hi. We're going to know, because the detective just asked him, do you know why you're here? Because what I would do if I walked out my bedroom, seen my brother laying there, no one to be found, only seen cops, blood everywhere, my mom's gone, I would be completely in shock. Like, completely shocked. So that's where we're at right now. So, here we go. If you guys have any questions or anything, please put them down there so we can go over. This is a discussion. If you guys want to ask anything, let me know.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you a second. You want to drink some water? I'm gonna check on your shirt, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, he's actually looking through his trunk right now, trying to find your shirt. So it may say police, it may not. So that'll be cool. All right. So we took a little break. I just want to make sure that you're okay. You got some water. We're getting you a shirt. So before I continue to talk to you, I just want to read you something here. Since you're talking to a detective, I'm going to be asking you some more in-depth questions, so I just have to read this to you. These are just your Miranda constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent, not answer any questions. Do you understand what that means?
I think it's like 10 days.
You did? Okay. So you understand what that means, so I just have to go over it, because I know that you probably heard it like a trillion times. So what does that mean, basically? That, well,
It's my right to not say anything.
there you go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Any statements you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You know what that means? So basically, anything you tell me has to come from you voluntarily, and all that. So that's what that means. You have the right to the presence and representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statements and during any questioning. You know what that means, right? If you want to, you can have a lawyer here. So you know that. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence and representation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statements and during questioning. You understand that one? Basically means if you don't have money for a lawyer, they can give you one. Perfect. If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, your privilege remains silent. You know what that means, right?
What?
If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, your privilege remains silent.
Yeah.
So at any time you can stop or whatever. Okay. I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. Must be of your own free will. So you know what that means, right? We can't threaten you or promise you anything. And any statement can and will be used against you in a court of law. You know what that means? And anything we talk about, anything you tell me, you know, the judge can hear. Okay. So since you understand all of that, I just need you to sign right here. Just saying that I read this to you. That's all it's saying. It's not saying anything else. It just means that I went home and just did it. It's all good. You should see my I can't even read my own handwriting. They teach do they teach cursive in school?
Not much anymore.
No. I remember I used to have to write whole blackboards, and then after that it flips over and you have to write the whole thing again. And then you have to make sure you do that because they're gonna erase it and write it again. So you're sitting there in cursive. It's crazy. I don't even know how. So I can see how they don't teach that in school anymore. So what grade are you in?
8th, technically.
8 technically. Okay, so what does that mean? Like you stayed back one time, one year, or?
Well, no. Well, I got held back a year, but
Okay,
so I guess if I wasn't held back a year, I'd be in 9th. But
I see.
But I'm
And you're in Dwyer. You go to
homeschool.
homeschool. Okay. And your mom does it, or do you have somebody come and do it?
Yeah. I've done a whole bunch.
I see. It gets annoying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there somebody that comes and gives you like tests and stuff like that?
It's all been so crazy. Just like we just moved into a place. And it's like,
Okay. So this house you guys move in. Where'd you live before? Oh yeah. Why?
I was already settled down there, and even though I didn't like it at first when I moved there, it was
Sure.
already, yeah, and then I even liked the house before that too.
Oh,
We
good.
move every couple of years.
Oh really? You like fishing or no? Like bass fishing?
I never fished there.
No. It's in that lake in the middle, that circle lake. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good fish there. I used to work for the company. I remember all that when there was no houses or anything like that. It's interesting. So that's cool. So, but always in Palm Beach Gardens? You always live in Palm Beach Gardens, or you guys live
Palm
somewhere
Beach
else?
Gardens and Jupiter.
Okay, good. Very nice. It's a nice place to live. So how long have you guys moved in there?
Probably like January or something.
Oh, not too long.
I think.
All right. And Corey has always come to your house and visit you wherever you live, basically.
I mean, yeah, we've done many sleepovers.
Okay. And you ever sleep at his house?
I have a couple times, but he sleeps over at my house more than.
Okay. When was the last time you stayed at his house?
Probably last year.
Okay.
Before the summer.
Before the summer? Okay. And back then he was doing a Nazi thing, or was he doing the Islamic thing?
Islamic.
Islamic thing. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this summer I wasn't in Florida, though, so.
You weren't in Florida?
Yeah.
So it was before the summer, then you spend the night, and then you went wherever you went. Where did you spend the summer?
Massachusetts, I have family.
Nice. Where in Massachusetts?
Abington.
Abington. Is it close to Springfield?
It's near like Brockton.
Okay. Yeah, I have family in Springfield where the basketball Hall of Fame and all that is. It gets cold. Too cold for me. All right. So what does his room look like? Does he have all kinds of like Islamic
His room
things?
is a loft, and he does have like the mat prayer thing.
Okay.
Prayer mat. I don't know.
Okay.
The hishada.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. All right. And then he prays every morning, like.
Every morning he prays the same amount of times all the Muslims pray.
Okay. Do you know any of the sayings?
No.
No. Like the chants and all that stuff, the stuff that he
No.
tells, that he says. Well, do you know anything that he says? Like consistently that
No.
he's doing it. No.
I don't know what he says. I mean I've seen him many times do it, but I just mind my own business and then this thing.
Mm-hmm. And what does it consist of? So he puts a thing down on the floor, and then what does he do with it?
He just I don't know. He does like the Muslim prayer. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just not familiar with this. So I'm asking.
Me either.
Okay.
I mean
But you've seen him do it, right?
I've seen him do it.
What does it look like? Like he kneels down on it?
Yeah, he kneels down, gets up, crosses his arms,
Yeah.
different things, and like whispers something.
Yeah. So is it a different language?
Yeah, in a different language.
Okay. Does he ever get you to do it? Get you to do it? Try you to do it?
Yeah, but I said I don't.
Okay. So how many times have you done it? Like 3 or 4, or just the one time?
What do you mean? I've never done.
You never done that?
No.
With him when he said he was trying to get you to do it.
He's like talked to me about like, oh, you should like come on. Like, no.
Okay.
I've never done any prayers. I don't even do Christian prayers. I don't.
Oh no, you don't go to church or anything like Fresh Fellowship and all that.
I mean, I've went probably 2 times in my whole life.
Okay. All right. But do you believe in God or no?
No.
No. What do you believe in?
Reincarnation.
Okay. All right. Do you believe in Islam?
No.
No. Do you believe in Nazi supremacist stuff?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Does Corey have any other friends that believe in the same? Okay. And he doesn't have any brothers or sisters, something like that?
He's got a younger brother, and a younger sister.
Okay. And they live with him?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're not into the same thing?
No.
Okay. Do you know if he's ever seen a doctor or a psychiatrist or anything like that?
He does see psychiatrists and doctors, and he takes like pills.
Yeah. So do you think that the Islamic thing has anything to do with that?
Huh?
Do you think that the Islamic thing has anything to do with the fact that he goes to the doctor and all that stuff, or do you think it's different?
I think it does, but I'm not sure. The thing is, like he takes a Zoloft, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But he's been off it for like a week.
Okay.
I don't know if that did.
He's been off it for, on his own, or the doctor told him not to do it.
He was supposed to, but he hasn't.
Okay, so he stopped taking his medication that he's supposed to be taking. He stopped on his own. Okay. And his mom. So you said the last time you were at his house, when was that? The last time you were there?
Like last summer. I mean, before last summer.
Okay, that's when you spent the night, right? Have you been to his house and not spent the night? Just go there and say, hey, I'm gonna pick something up, or pick him up, or.
Yeah, I've been in his house without spending nights.
Okay. When was the last time you did that?
For the summer, I don't know. I hung out.
Okay. So after you came back from Massachusetts, you have not been to his house.
I've been to his house and
Okay.
in his place, but like only for a couple minutes.
Okay. Downstairs, upstairs, or in his room, in his loft?
Yeah, in his loft.
Okay. So what is it? Was it different now than before you went to before the summer? Does he have more stuff on his walls? Does he have a different mat on the floor?
No, his room hasn't changed.
Okay.
So
Okay. So let's go back to what happened this morning. So you said you woke up, right? And you heard some yelling, and you.
So right now, the detective, if you guys see, was asking him like personal questions about Corey. Because if you don't know, like, they definitely like were very, 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 very close. Corey told Kyle everything. I mean, everything that Corey's been through, Kyle knew about it. So I wrote some things down, and that's what I've been doing throughout this whole interrogation, whatever interrogations. That this detective is getting to see where he knows about Corey. If you remember, the mom said that the FBI asked her if Kyle could be an informant for Corey because the FBI has been watching Corey over a year. Skylar, please. So they just moved into that house. Okay, Kyle is only in 8th grade. He was held back a year. They just moved in that house. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Renee. The detectives are like fishing some info out of him to see if he's a par or he ever did these things with Corey, because it's very highly, very like, it's very scary when children are in some type of beliefs like this. It's very dangerous. Kyle don't have a social life at all. Corey was just his friend, and he wasn't. He didn't have a social life at all. Corey was the only thing that got him out the house, got him doing things. Kyle's mom was trying to get him in church and things like that, just to get him in something. But, whatever. You heard that, Corey asked Kyle if you could do the Muslim prayer. He watched Corey get on his knees and pray and say things under his breath and whisper different words and sayings. He was describing Corey's bedroom because he's only been there a few times, and he was last summer, so that'd be back in 2017, that, Kyle was doing a sleepover at Corey's. And this is kind of before the FBI came into Kyle's life and his mother to explain what Corey was about. They were asking about sayings of his belief, Muslim prayer, what he does. Kyle did the Muslim prayer. Kyle never done it. Like, he didn't want to go on his knees in prayer. He didn't believe in God. Kyle's been to church probably a few times, he said. Corey has a brother, and he was explaining that that's only stem in the head, and he wasn't into the Muslim and ISIS stuff, and that Corey did see a psych, and he was on Zoloft. But like Kyle said, he's been off his Zoloft. And we all know when you've been on mental health medication for a while and you just come off, it really messes up the brain waves in the brain. And that's pretty much what the detective is trying to get into Kyle. You know how detectives are. They try to get into someone's brain. At this moment, this is the night, like the next night after the murder. Okay? The murder happened around between 4 and 6 in the morning. Kyle woke up at 6 in the morning. We are now in the next day of the night, and he's in a straitjacket, and they're trying to figure out all this is what's going on. So these videos that I'm showing you, it's actually the night of what's going on. So keep that in mind. This is March 12th of 2018. All right. Okay, Teresa, that's okay. All right, we're going to get back to it. Now they're coming back to the day of.
And you found out that you thought it was.
Yeah.
And then you look down and you see, and there was blood. And he just laying there like he's sleeping, right?
Yeah, well, actually, like, what happened was, like, I was still, like, I heard yelling, and I, like, stayed in my bed for a second, like, just to listen to the yelling, and the guy, like, whoever was yelling kept repeating himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, come out, Corey, and I'm like, I don't know why I thought Giovanni, like, was trying to do some weird, like, high-pitch or voice. I mean, I don't know. So, like, I just stayed in my bed for a minute, and then I, like, went out.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
The floor, you didn't see anybody else that just grabbed you, and so you went downstairs. They said, "Come here with your hands up," and then
they
after that?
handcuffed me, put me on the floor, and then took
Okay.
me.
And
Yeah.
the loft is upstairs, so you came from the loft. Okay. And where's your room in reference to the loft?
It's like on the left, like right when you're up the stairs. It's the first room on the left, and then there was another room straight.
So
it was on him, and like, it was his blood.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of.
Yeah. And where was his blood coming from? Like, what was his injuries?
I didn't see. I only had like a quick glance, kind of.
So if you were to guess, was it from his hand, with his leg? What was bleeding on him?
I'm not too sure. I thought it was his like throat. Like I'm not sure, but
okay. I see.
I don't know if he like who called the cops. Like
I'm not sure. I just got here not too long ago, and you just asked me to talk to you. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. So you didn't. And then Corey was where?
I don't know where Corey was.
Okay.
I didn't even know if he was in the building or if he left the building.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where they found him.
Okay. So before I left for the break, we started talking about something that bothered you. What was that? Remember before I left, I asked you, did you know why you were here? And you said yes, and you got upset a little bit. Can you tell me now, what do you think? Why do you think you're here?
I still don't.
Okay. So, is there anything that Corey told you last night that he was going to do?
No. Well, there's one thing I do remember him saying, and it was like, I feel like stabbing something.
Okay. And what was that?
I don't know. We were just chilling, and like he was holding the knife, and I was like, chill, and like put that away. That makes me really like.
Mm-hmm. So he was sitting there watching this Islamic thing on his phone. Then he grabbed the knife and said, "I feel like stabbing something." Right.
And like 30 minutes after or something.
Okay. And you said, "Put it away." And did you get scared a little bit? You thought he was like just like playing around, or was he serious?
I thought he was playing around, like, because I know like this one time, like before he slept over a different night, like the night before, or it wasn't the night before, maybe 2 nights ago or something.
So another day when he spent the night over.
Yeah, like his friend like had this like really sharp, or no, not his friend, had like this sharp knife, and he was like, "Whoa, let me see that." And like he takes the knife and he smashes the knife into the mattress. He was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know I would do that." And I'm like, dude, you just like ruined the mattress. Yeah. Okay. Well, not ruined completely.
Yeah, but just made a hole in it. And it's probably uncomfortable now. So that happened 2 nights ago, you think, around that time?
Yeah.
All right. And what did he say when he stabbed the mattress? Like,
He was like, "Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't know that would happen. Like I didn't know it was that short."
and he was watching that stuff on his phone then too.
I don't think he did. There was way too many. There was like more people than today.
Corey watching that stuff.
I think he just thought he was joking around or something.
Was he scared about it? Was he like, holy crap, this guy's crazy? Can you tell him to leave or?
No. As long as I don't know.
Okay. All right. So when you guys were together in the house, which are friends, right?
Yeah.
They were doing the same thing you guys were doing. You guys all hanging around together, or they were doing their own thing.
We were all hanging out together.
Mm-hmm. And that's usually what happens. You guys hang around.
Yeah, we all hang out.
Okay. And how long has Corey met?
No, I think that was the first time we met.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. And what did he tell you anything about him? You say, who's this kid? What is, did Corey tell you to ask you anything?
Like we hung out at with him at downtown at the gardens, so like we're like celebrating his birthday a little early.
Sure.
There. And yeah, like we all talked. Because I mean, earlier there was obviously more people because we're celebrating his birthday.
Sure,
but
sure.
Sleep over. And stuff. I'm not sure. I also met him recently.
Okay.
This was my second time seeing him.
Okay. All right. So why would Corey want to do that?
I have no clue. I don't know. I don't even know. I hope he's okay. Like I don't know.
What makes you think that something happened to him?
I don't know because I didn't hear anything about him. Like I don't know if he just like left or something.
Okay.
Like or if he called the cops.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of knife you said that Corey was playing with the night before or last night? What is it? What kind of knife is it?
I think there's two knives. There was a kitchen knife, but it also had like a cover for it,
Like a sheath, like a plastic sheath that goes over it.
Yeah.
Was it serrated? Was it just plain edge? You know what the difference with that is? So a serrated is the one like when you cut like steak or bread that has little teeth on it, and then the plain edge is just like a razor, like.
I'm not too sure.
Okay. But it was big, like long.
Yeah, it was like see-through, like.
See through what? The knife was see through?
No, like the
sheath.
The sheath.
Okay. So the knife itself, if you hold the knife in your hand, was it really long, or was it small?
It was pretty big, but
so it was a kitchen style knife.
Yeah, it was like kitchen knife.
And where does it belong to? Is it your kitchen's knife, or his kitchen knife? He brought it. You had it. Who had it?
He said he got it at Publix.
Okay. So he brought it with him.
Yeah.
And what did he have it for? Why did he have a knife in your house that he bought at Publix?
No.
Did he have it at downtown at the Gardens?
No. Or not too sure. I think he did.
He's carrying a knife like that downtown at the Gardens while celebrating a birthday. Was it for like self-defense or what he said? What did he?
Well, like he just kept it in his backpack, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then last night he took it out and said, "I feel like stabbing something."
I guess so.
That's what you told me. That he said. That's what he said. Okay. Yeah. Did your brother see that when he said that?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. So you know that the fact that you're here means that something big happened, right? Okay. And that possibly somebody got hurt, maybe not. And the fact that I'm asking you about Corey means that he's probably involved in it. Right? And it also, if you look, if you're like me and you pay attention to things, the fact that you're sitting here talking to me and you're not in handcuffs or anything like that means that you're not in trouble, right?
Yeah.
You're just, you were just there, and that's your house, and you're a witness, and that's why we're trying to get the information that we're trying to get. Now, the other thing you have to remember is that we're really good at this, at talking to people, and we can tell whether or not people are lying. That's what I love to do that. I've taken many classes and all that stuff. So there's many things that people do when they lie that I can tell right away. Okay. So, is there anything that we spoke about until now that you haven't been completely honest about? Is there anything you can tell me that we haven't talked about yet?
I think I've been completely honest.
So if you were to guess what happened last night, what do you think?
I don't like.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't like saying.
Okay, but it's very important that you say it. We're not going to make you repeat it a bunch of times, but it's very important for you to tell me. That way we can finish this and go along and go forward in our investigation, or go forward with whatever we're going to do. Because I don't want to sit here. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and talk to me the whole day. And we have other things to do. So if we can just do that for the one time, and then it will be in with it. So if you can just get some strength from whenever you can, just say it one time for me, and then we'll move on. So what?
Brother got stabbed by a bomb.
I'm sorry, what?
Stabbed by my brother, yes.
Okay. By who?
Corey.
Okay. And I'm sorry.
Probably.
Okay, probably. How do you know that happened?
Well, it probably could happen, but I didn't see it, so I don't know for sure, but it probably did. It was.
Okay. So what makes you think, how do you know that they got stabbed? You saw them? So,
The officer told me that she.
okay. And then Corey, you said that you thought it was Corey, or you know it was Corey?
Huh?
You said, I think it was Corey.
It probably was.
Probably. Why? What makes you think that?
Because I don't know who else would do that.
Okay. You know what happened to him too?
I don't know anything about. I'm not gonna know anything. Told me anything.
So why?
One of the kids are missing,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm guessing I don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm. So why did the guy that's doing the stabbing? How come you're not stabbed? How come you're not hurt?
Because
Right. And were you there when he did one of the stabbings?
no, I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. Okay.
Well, I was there, but
Okay. What happened here on your hand?
oh, that was my cat. When we got to the house, my cat was outside, and I picked him up, but I flipped him upside down, and then he started freaking out, and he scratched my finger.
So right now, they are just describing a little bit about, about the knife. He had a knife. He bought it at Publix. He was playing with it in Kyle's room, saying he wants to stab something. Kyle was describing events with Corey with the knife, events with Corey hanging out, knife with a cover. He was playing in Kyle's room, pretty big. He bought the knife with him. He brought the knife with him at Kyle's house and bought the knife at Publix. Kyle said he's been completely honest while the detectives explaining that he's just an eyewitness. And all it is from now on, right now and on, they're just having a conversation about certain events. So that's what you're about to get the rest of this this video on. The detective was asking about situations when, like, did you see Corey stab someone? How did you know it was Corey who stabbed your brother? I guess the officer said there's a kid missing. That has to be Giovanni that was missing, and the brother was laying there, and Corey was locked in the bedroom. So when the officer brought Kyle out, that's what they were actually telling him. So I don't know. After this video is over, this live stream's over with, and this video's up, you guys can post any comments under it. What was your intake on this? Things like this. We're gonna watch the rest of this video, and if you guys are still here, you guys can discuss with me about the video. I'll write down certain things. But right now it's just more of having a conversation. What's this? What's that? Going over the scene again. I mean, I wouldn't know what if I was in Kyle's shoes going over a scene over and over again, because in my intake, if Kyle didn't hear anything and the mom said he was a quiet killer, then yeah, Kyle probably didn't hear anything, because the way Kyle saw Corey in the videos and things like that. So, I mean, what would your intake be if you were in Kyle's shoes or anything? Like, would you stop hanging with Corey? Or, like, would you continue to be his friend? I don't know, but this is really intense. So, we will watch the rest of this, and if you guys have any questions or anything you want to discuss over, please let me know. Put it in the comments or whatever. So here we go.
To talk to Corey about his beliefs. Is that why you think he stabbed her? Because she was like telling him, stop doing that or whatever?
I don't think she does. She probably have, but I don't know. I don't know why he stabbed her.
Okay. But he did stab them. So here is your best friend ever. And what about your dad? Where's your dad?
My dad, he lives like in the Palm Beach Gardens.
He lives in Palm Beach Gardens.
In the border of Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay, but so he has his own house. Okay, so he wasn't there, obviously. Okay,
they're divorced.
Okay, yeah, my parents are divorced too. Not fun. But
I guess he just like.
do you give in to the whole Islamic thing sometimes, just to please him, even if you don't believe it? You go with it so that he shuts up or something.
I listen to it with him at times, but I don't pray with him or anything like that.
Sec.
All right, just 1 sec.
You need more water, bud? You good?
No more water?
I'll get one.
Get you another water.
All right.
I'm not sure. I've met him 2 times. So.
You only met him 2 times. Okay. All right. So before I left, you were talking about. I asked you. So why? The reason why. It's because you're his friend, and that you were also telling me that sometimes you listen to the stuff, right? Okay. So in his head, he thinks that you are in it. Is that what kind of it's accurate? Like he thinks that you believe it too.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Okay. So when he said he wanted to stab something last night, he wanted to stab who?
He didn't say anything. That's all he said.
And has he told you that before? Have you ever said that before to you? So when was the last time you guys heard or saw the Islamic stuff? Was it last night when he was watching? Last night you were watching it with him?
I wasn't watching it. I was listening.
Okay.
Like, I told him to turn it off after like time.
Okay. So sorry about that. So when you listen to this stuff, is it in English or is it in Islam in Arabic? Okay. And he understands Arabic, or is it like subtitled or what?
Subtitled, but he does know a little Arabic.
Yeah. So what does Allahu Akbar mean?
I love God.
Okay. And what other stuff do you know that they say? Like Assalamu alaikum, right? What does that mean?
I've heard it, but I don't really
Alaikum assalam.
remember.
Okay. So is that what he was chanting when he was going around stabbing people last night?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
I don't know if he was chanting anything.
He were just the arm or what? How did he
I
get to
don't
her?
know.
He went into her room?
No, I didn't go in her room. I told you the cops.
No, he did. She was sleeping and he went to her room and tried to do it?
I guess so.
You guess so? That was it?
Huh?
You said you guess so or yes?
I don't know exactly what happened. Like I guess he's. I don't know. I'm guessing in the stomach, but
Okay. So to keep her from
Talking,
screaming,
'cause-
right? Because you said that's how you do it. They do it. In his room, probably. And he went to his room. He did the same thing.
well, he was on the loft floor, so I'm guessing he was chilling on the loft, and I think Rick, whatever his name was, ran out and left and called the cops. I think that's what happened.
Okay. So how did you? Right.
No,
And you didn't see her when you were
her
when you
room's
woke up.
downstairs.
Huh?
Her room's like downstairs.
Right. So when you woke up and you heard the cops and all that, you didn't see her then.
No.
So how do you
She
know
was
she got?
already, like,
So how do
taken
you know
away.
she got stabbed?
Because that she could barely speak,
Interesting.
so that's why I know it's probably.
Mm-hmm. So so your brother are infidels, basically.
What's that?
We went over it a minute ago. You know exactly what it is. See, now we're getting into where you're starting to not be completely honest with me. I can tell, but it's okay. I mean, there's a lot going on. Okay, but it's very important for you to say the truth, tell the truth. Like I tell you before, you're not in handcuffs. You're not in trouble. So, but the fact that if you're not 100% with me, it almost seems like you're trying to protect him, and which bothers. The thing I want to do is protect some freaking animal like that. So that's kind of like I'm trying to read. I'm trying to see where you're coming from. I'm not 100% getting it, but it's fine. We'll get there. So fun of you because you guys believe in it.
I don't believe. No. Like,
What does your mom say about it?
she doesn't like it.
So what is your opinion of it? Do you think it's a cool thing? Do you think it's good? No. Okay. And do you think that it's scary? Do you think it's what do you think about it?
I think it's scary. I was pretty scared.
I'm sure.
I was.
So
hugging my pillow when I came out of my room
Okay. Why were you hugging your pillow? What was making you scared?
because I didn't have my shirt on, so I had to hug my.
Okay. No, but why were you scared? Why were you scared at that time? What was scaring you?
No, I wasn't scared. I didn't have my shirt on, so in my room it's like extremely hot, and then in the rest of the house is like cold.
Okay.
It's kind of like weird, like the temperature.
Yeah, I understand. So, but going back to the Islamic thing, you said that it's scary. But here's your friend into it, and you said that he stabbed your family. Did he said that if you talk, you're gonna get stabbed too?
No,
No.
he didn't even say no.
Okay, so what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything to me. Like he didn't. I think he just like hid or something.
See, but you said that he's only met Corey.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you have no idea, once you went to sleep, you have no idea what happened to Corey?
Like yeah, I woke up and I went to the loft, and he wasn't moving, and yeah,
Right.
the guy told me.
But before that, what happened with Corey? What was Corey doing before that, before the cops arrived? That's what I
Before the
wanted to
cops
do. Yeah.
I didn't like. I wasn't awake before the cops, or yeah,
But you were scared.
I wasn't scared.
No.
I
Stabbed? No. What do you think about this whole situation?
I don't like it.
Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why the detective is constantly asking, what do you feel about this? Why do you feel this way? Why was you hugging your pillow? Why did you say you were scared? Because these are twisted questions that a detective asks another person to see where their mental state is when it comes down to the shock of his family and stuff like that. If you were watching before this, he was saying that, well, yeah, he stabbed your family. He stabbed your mom, he stabbed your brother, and he stabbed a kid that was there. So because he was so, that's like if I was best friends with somebody that was in something like that, they're going to question me. Because you don't know what a friend's mental when you have someone like that as a friend. The mentality of it. So they're just seeing where he's at mentally. With all these questions, and they're the same questions. It's interrogating. It's constantly asking him the same questions, as sometimes in different formats. Oh, what do you think? Is it scary? Is it odd? Is it weird? Why are you doing this? Why you did that? Things like that. It's just what it is. So that's where we're at.
You don't like it. You still think it's a good idea for him to be listening to videos and all that stuff? You think his mission is complete?
I don't know.
Are you still going to continue being his friend? Is he still your friend? Probably. So if somebody asked me that, if I were in your shoes and somebody asked me that, I'll be like, hell the fuck no. That's what I would say. So, what's the videos that he watches? What is it called?
I don't know.
Okay, what's the preacher? What's the person talking? What's his name? Ali something. What is his name?
I don't actually know because I don't like. I just do it to like make him happy, so I just listen. I don't.
Right. So basically, what goes on is, can you explain to me what is it that they say in those videos? Do they say kill everybody, or just kill certain people, or what do they say? What is it that goes on? I never watched
Yeah,
it.
I guess like kill certain people, and certain ways to kill different people.
Okay. And why are they killing people?
Like I guess like one guy like betrayed Islam, and so like they killed him.
Okay. Or anybody that mocks it, anybody
Yeah.
that says whatever, or anybody that doesn't believe in it, basically. Yeah. So what did Corey tell you about? What was his what was his reaction towards him? Like when you met him, you say he seems like a cool kid, or he seemed like a, what did you think?
He didn't say much, but he did say like um but we like he didn't just talk to me. I really bad for him because
Why?
today's his birthday. That would suck that.
Yeah. So if you had an idea of why Corey would do this to you, and why is he jealous about from?
Popular.
Okay. Okay. So he's just
He's got like a lot of friends.
okay. So Corey, what school does he go to? Is he homeschooled too?
He went to Dwyer, but about a month ago he dropped out.
Okay.
And he got a job at the military trail in Dixie.
That's where he works now?
That's where he works, I guess. He didn't go today because his bike got stolen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At the Winn-Dixie or where?
When he was buying stuff at Publix, he chained his bike up to a tree.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like,
Sure.
and then he said he went back and his bike was gone, but they left like the lock, and it was so obvious that
They
like,
cut it or
smashed
something?
it. They like smashed.
Oh, they
it.
smashed the lock or that sucks. And that was when?
Today. So like he messaged me, he was like, "Dude, you want to hang out? Because I'm not going to work because
Today or yesterday?
Today or yesterday? Sorry, not today.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he called you up. What time you think? What was?
Like 4 or 5. It's like yeah, we got that minutes.
Okay. So he was at Publix buying stuff. They stole his bike, and he said, "Hey, meet me at downtown to Gardens." Okay. And so you guys hang around downtown to Gardens quite a bit.
Yeah, that's where everyone hangs out. So
And you said that they so you guys just invited him, like say, hey, we're gonna be.
Up showing up. I guess my brother invited him to like come to Cabo and stuff, and they paid for our food and stuff.
So which you guys went to Cobb Theaters? Is that what you said?
I just call it Cabo. I meant downtown Gardens.
Oh.
I meant it's the pizza place right near the 2J's area.
Okay.
And the Texas D
Brazil.
whatever.
Yeah, I know
Brazil.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that place.
Okay. So the parents just dropped you guys off, and you guys were doing it, or were the parents there too?
The parents were there.
And your mom?
My mom wasn't there.
Okay. And then your mom picked everybody up and took everybody to your house. Yeah.
Great date.
Sorry. It's okay. Right. So then you guys went home, and then somehow after you went to sleep, and then when you woke up, he wasn't there anymore.
No, he wasn't there.
Okay. And where's the knife? Is it in your room somewhere?
I'm not sure. I think it was in his backpack.
You think he bought the knife at Publix when he got his bike stolen?
Yeah, I think so.
And what did he say what knife was? Did he show it to you? What did he say? This is
It's like a kitchen knife.
Okay. But what did he say? He brought it out and started playing with it and said, what is this for?
He just brought it out and like just messed around.
Okay.
It's like just put it in your backpack and keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And then kissing it.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
No. Does Corey have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Your brother?
My brother doesn't have an official like girlfriend, but he's got like a lot of girls that like him.
Gotcha. He's popular.
Yeah.
So somebody like him that doesn't believe in anything and is very popular is a prime victim for the whole Islamic thing, right? You would think. Yeah. Is there anything else you can tell me that I haven't asked you until now that can help me understand what happened last night?
No. Cause I kind of like we didn't like talk about too much. We mainly listened to music and
Watch the videos of the ISIS videos and all that. Like, how often do you guys watch the videos? Like, how often is that? Like every day, or like every day?
it's not always every day, but like whenever I'm with him, sometimes so yeah. And then sometimes it'll be like the same one like we already watched. Like,
Is there something in there that he likes? You know? Where did he get this from? Where did he start doing it? How did he start doing it?
I'm not too sure. Well, apparently when the FBI came by, he told me that something I didn't know about Corey. He told me that, and I talked to Corey a little bit about it too. So, pretty much the FBI told me that he closed down a school in England with like threats. And that was in 2016.
Okay, Corey did that? Interesting.
And he told me, like, I was like, how did he close down? Like, or he said, yeah, before I became Muslim, I was talking to this one guy, and who was like also like joking around about being Muslim, and we were messing with some people in England, and the other guy he was talking to, I think lived in England. I'm not too sure though. And pretty much they were talking with some girls, and those girls like told like the teachers and like spreaded like the threat. Like he told me he was joking around with it. I don't know, but like, and then like the school got closed, and then he was like, oh shit, like I
It worked, or something happened.
yeah. And like someone messaged him like a few weeks later, like saying like is it, are you the one who did this? And like sent like the article of him like cleaning at school.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, to do something like that and in another country.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's crazy. So that stuff is powerful.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. So you think it's impressive that he can do that, right? It's pretty powerful.
I mean, it's impressive, but not like a good thing. But
So
I don't know.
like, if you were to have to guess, why do you think? Because
This is what I already said.
you,
Yeah.
so you stabbed him. Are you
So that's pretty much of that. The moral of the story is the last 20, 30 minutes, the detective was asking questions like, what do you feel? Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like, stuff like that. Like, asking questions like, how did you feel about it? They asked a question like, the detective asks, Kyle, would you want to be friends with Corey now? But at the time, he was describing that the videos, he only watched them with Corey to only make him happy. To only just be like, okay, I'll watch them. And they were the same videos with the same sayings, with the same things. They were saying, he was asking, what did the video say? It describes how to kill people, how to stab people, all these things. And I just didn't understand, like, the FBI came to them about it, but why didn't they just take Corey and put him somewhere? That's where I'm confused about this whole situation. If the FBI knew about it, because he wasn't doing anything in America, like he didn't kill anybody or hurt anybody, but watching him, at one point they asked Kyle to be an informant to know what's going on with Corey, what's in his room, what does he do, because Kyle knew so much about Corey. So the morning, Corey messaged Kyle, meet him at the gardens. They met up at the gardens, met a couple girls or whatever, some guys up there. Kyle's brothers in college invited to the pizza joint. They ate, and then the parents picked them up, took them to Kyle's house. That's how Corey got involved. They watched some videos. Kyle asked him to cut the videos off. Last thing you know, he was ready for bed. Corey was supposed to sleep on the loft on the floor. And then Kyle went to bed, woke up at 6 a.m, seeing his brother laying there in blood. They were supposed to make a prank. At first, he thought, this was a prank because they were describing this. Earlier that night, Corey was in Kyle's room with a knife, a really long knife, like he was describing like a kitchen knife, and it had a cover for it. He was playing with it, and he's like, man, I feel like I want to stab something. Well, Kyle didn't think nothing of it because, he's whatever. He described how Corey used to do Muslim prayers, sit on his knees, do some Muslim prayers, things like this. In his room, there was not much. There was stuff on his walls, just all Muslim. Well, the FBI, before we shut down, they were describing how the FBI came in and told Kyle back in 2016, Corey actually shut a school down in England. And Kyle never knew that. Kyle never knew that he did that. He was going to go in there and blow up the school in England. So, I don't know. The detective was just asking him all these questions like, would you be his friend again? Hell no, I wouldn't be his friend no more. Again, after stabbing my parents and my family up. Okay, baby.
I got a toy.
You got a toy? Yeah, got a toy.
I got my food.
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute, guys. So that's that. And that's Kyle's story. The detective kept asking, did you hear anything that night? And all he said, when he heard yelling, he woke up, there was police officers there. And if you guys weren't here from the beginning, please go watch it back so you guys know exactly what's going on. That's all I can talk about. This is just as much as what Kyle Bancroft, the best friend of Corey. He was just doing things as a friend does to make another friend happy. He didn't really think he was going to go stab someone or kill somebody. And if that was the case, I think he would have told the FBI, like, hey, I think he's going to kill somebody. But I really wish the FBI would have just took him and, whatever. I don't know. Tell me, you guys can tell me your thoughts about this. What do you guys think? If anybody's still here watching, what do you guys think based on this? Is anybody here? I mean, my understanding is, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Hi, Jeannie. It is messed up. Even the FBI told him to stay away from him, to stay away from Corey. And like the detective was telling him, like, you're an eyewitness. You're not in trouble. You're not in, he told him his Miranda rights, sat there, explained to him, you're not in trouble. Please let me know if there's anything else that was missing that we spoke about, things like that. And he kept asking and kept asking and kept asking, because when detectives do that, they know soon enough, whatever you're hiding or whatever you're holding, you're going to spill it out. Oops. This is a really good case, guys. I think a lot of more people should be more involved in this case. But that's just me. I mean, it's already done. I think it was in 2020 they finally, or like the beginning of 2021 or something like that. Or the end of 2021 in November, I think it was, when they actually sentenced him life in prison, in 2 attempts of attempting murder, two attempts of murder from Kyle's mother and Kyle's little brother, from the stabbing and stuff. So he's in there for a while. And because he got life in prison, it's because he was a teenager. He wasn't an adult at that time. He was a teenager when these acts started. So the lawyer got him life in prison, not the death penalty. Because they have to charge him as a teenager. They can't charge him as an adult. And at that time, when the sentence did happen in 2021, they sentenced him life in prison. So it's kind of pretty screwed up. And Giovanni's mother, the 13-year-old child that passed away, the reason how Giovanni was there is because Dane Bancroft, Kyle's little brother, it was at their house, and Dan was at Giovanni's birthday party, and Dan wanted Giovanni to come over. So that's how that happened. And Corey came over because they met up with Kyle, and they went to the pizza shop, and Giovanni and Corey's in 2 different areas, different spots, and they come together at a sleepover. Corey was supposed to stay in Kyle's room, and Dan was having a sleepover in his room where Giovanni was at. Right. He should have been sentenced as an adult, and I believe but the news, when I was watching it, it said that they had to charge him because of the crime. He was a teenager at that time. He was not an adult. They had to sentence him as a teenager. Or charge him as a teenager. But all right, I know there's so much going on in the community. Shit's crazy. Let's see this. Ooh, of course, she put members only. Ooh, you snaky. Hi, Shelly. Good to see you. But anyway, I want to show you guys what I got from someone. I wanted to do the gifts Thursday. I got something in for Amazon. Hold on, Shelly, because you're a mod. I got to put you back as a mod. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me go here. Corey's voices have to put members only, right? Right. Piece of shit. I can't stand her. Since losing power yesterday, I've been having crappy Wi-Fi problems. Not sure what the fuck is up with that. Yeah. I think you are a mod now. Let me see. I just put you. No, you are a moderator. Okay. All right. Give me 1 minute. God, I don't feel good. You guys, my stomach has been so upset all day. Hey, hold on. Trying to see something. Of course. When did she just put everything as a mod? Like, bitch. Whatever. Your son's not happy? Aw. That sucks. So I got today at Amazon. I wanted to show. I don't know if anybody will come in. So I wanted to show you guys. Somebody went on Amazon wish list and got me my paint set, guys. I'm really excited for it. So let me come over here and show you guys what I got. Okay. I'm really, 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 really excited. So, I'm really excited. I was going to open this Thursday, but I was like, you know what? At first, I thought it was Skylar's, okay? And Skylar couldn't wait. Okay, Skylar couldn't wait. So, it's 77 pieces. It's got 36 acrylic paint, 15 paintbrushes, 15 paintbrushes, one drawler essential, one washing bucket. So this little bucket I have, you could put water in it and wash it. The palette, and then another one. I got a wooden and plastic one. This one is like to mix up the colors and stuff. And this one is 2 palette knives, 2 sponges, 12 acrylic papers, and 6 canvases boards. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm really excited. So I got this. It's got the brushes in them. Okay. I was like super excited, and then whoever got it for me, I want to thank you so much. I was like in tears. My 2 sponges, and then 2 of these. These are the things that you mix up. It's a little one and a big one, and you mix it up. We're gonna have fun, guys. We're gonna have fun. And then 36 colors. I'm so excited. You guys don't understand. It's got white, 2 yellows, 2 oranges, 3 oranges. They got so many colors in here. I don't know what to do. Plus, Tom has been getting all the colors for me. Here's the wooden board where you sit there and you mix it up together. Scrape it. Then you got this one. Skylar's going to have a ball. Now this, I was like, look it, babe, look, I got a bucket where I could put my paint. But this is where you put the water in and you clean it and you put your brushes over here. So I was really, really excited to have that. And then these are the 12 sheets of premium clerk paper. Let's see how to. Alright, hold on, let me open this. It's just like the little boards, but they're papers. And then I got 3 of these little tiny boards. These are going to be fun. Skylar's going to love these. And then I got to put some canvases on my Amazon list so I can have like the real canvases. Like these, the flat ones. So I got 3 of these and 3 of these. And then I got this thing. I think it comes out. I'm sure it comes out. Hold on, guys. Somehow, you sit it down, and it comes. Oh, right here. Here we go. I'm about to show you guys. It comes out. I know it comes out. I swear it comes out. Like, I don't know why isn't that coming out. I don't know, but the bottom comes out. So like, and then what you do is, I'm stuck somehow the bottom. You put your canvas on there. And you paint. Oops, sorry guys. So I'm really, really excited for the craft night. The next craft night will be rocks and stuff, but tonight when I seen the picture, okay, of the bottom. The bottom comes off. I don't know. Because I have the picture. And it comes from so you do this, right? Somehow the bottom. Oh, it's locked. Duh. And the bottom comes off. So I'm really excited for it. So I'm gonna put more canvases on my stuff, and I'm gonna do that. So you can't have enough canvases, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited. I'm gonna get into the painting and stuff probably tonight. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do it. But I want to thank whoever got that for me. I really, really appreciate it. I just wanted to show you guys that I got it, and I want to thank you so much. I'm gonna put more canvases and paint stuff up there. Skylar is like, "Oh my God, Mom, we can paint," and I was like, "Yeah, we can paint now." So it's really exciting. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys. The next time I'm gonna go live is Thursday. Make sure you turn into part 4 of the Corey Johnson case. It'll be the last part. It'll be Corey speaking his with the detectives in the interrogate room. So and then we'll go over some things through like the court process and stuff. I'm gonna look it up, but I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. I know Sunday is the Lydia Sherman case that I'm gonna do from the 1800s, but I think I'm gonna do part 4. What's today? I got my days all messed up. Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday is craft day. I think I'll do it Saturday. Thank you, Willow. Good night. If you guys like to donate to the channel, everything's in my about section, my Manic Streams Facebook page, the coffee group page, the Cash App, the PayPal, and the Amazon wish list. If you guys care to donate for or get something for Skylar, everything's on the wish list. I will be back here Saturday to do part 4 of the Corey Johnson case. I might go live probably tomorrow sometime and talk about what's going on in the community. But as of right now, thank you guys for listening and make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate all the love and support, and I want to thank you for being here and listening. If you have any comments based on this case, just comment below and I will return your questions or your comments back. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a lovely, lovely day, night, or morning, wherever you are. Be kind to yourself and others, and just know that you're worth something. All right, guys, talk to you later.